All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Purple Podcast. This is your host, Austin. Hope you're doing all right out there. We're doing all right here because we got ourselves a new, fresh season of Stranger Things. And boy, has it not disappointed yet. Not quite yet. Only halfway through, 4 episodes in. That's all they gave us. But man, it was an easy watch. And I cannot wait until the next release is coming out in I guess about a month now, December the 25th, correct?
Wow.
Correct.
Hey, very nice.
Welcome to the booth team.
Hey, what's happening, guys? I mean, my goodness, I feel the same exact way, Austin. I think it's really cool that we were getting to see all of these seasons kind of back to back. And now it feels very natural that we're already into season 5. I think you and I are very lucky in that way, Dad, having never seen the season or the show before. But man, this last season, they're just doing everything you want. I'm sure maybe there's one or two things where you're like, oh, maybe it'd be cool if they tried that out. But man, I think things are just rocking, especially that last episode. I mean, might have walked away with more questions than answers, but I mean, I'm here for it. I don't know about y'all.
Guys, I was telling Austin before you got on, Griff, that the hits keep coming. I mean, the music. I mean, the music has been great through all the seasons, but this one was, I loved it. Diana Ross. I love that scene with Robin, rockin' Robin. I mean, they've really picked her character up.
They did. They dropped her off last season, and they brought her right back.
And we've got some new characters. This little Derek guy, I loved him. I thought, I shouldn't say little, but Derek. I mean, he's going to be a great character, and that Holly
is one already.
Yeah, I mean, he's
done really well. He's done really. Yeah, that's a big thing.
I think Murray's improved. I mean, Murray's even funnier now.
I think we haven't seen enough of Murray yet. I think
they could do more with him.
The best of Murray is yet to come. Santa Murray was a good scene, but there hasn't been too much of him. He's been kind of relegated to the I guess the smuggler.
How the heck has he even gotten into that position? That was the thing. I was like, how's he even doing this?
He's Murray Griffin.
He figured it out there. Look at us. He's got it.
He's an application at Bradley's big guy, and that's
I mean, come on. Even Austin went out and bought his jacket. God.
Well, what's awesome, and you guys back home wouldn't know this, but I had bought this jacket in, I guess prior to the season being released. I saw it at Target. They're doing kind of a crossover line of sorts with Stranger Things. They're doing all kinds of promotional stuff. So they had this jacket. It says Stranger Things in it, but there's really nothing else that would clue you in to what it really was. It had my goddamn name on it, as you see, Austin. So felt very fitting. And then, of course, a couple scenes in, we end up seeing Murray wearing the jacket, which was pretty fun. And it's not exactly the same jacket, but actually I think I prefer mine. But something I wanted to touch on and discuss, maybe not discuss, more so just state. We've watched all these Stranger Things seasons in succession. So we've kind of gotten to understand the formula to it as well. And we know something that Stranger Things does very well and does every season is introduce new characters. And I asked the question before this, that's my biggest concern with the introduction of any new characters, because what's working, what's been working. They've succeeded all these times prior, but shows can go wrong in terms of casting and casting kids. They've casted, and maybe I'm missing one of them, but I know 2 kids with Holly and Derek have both shown out in their roles and been phenomenal, better than any of the characters. And I'd say welcome to Derry in terms of the kid cast.
My gosh, yeah. Well, I think that the writers on Stranger Things,
what it is.
It's a different league. It's a different league. Maybe it's Netflix versus HBO. I don't know, but it is a different league. I will say I'm a little bit sad, and I just confirmed this, but I assumed it to be the case because obviously Holly Wheeler was a huge character in this new season. I was really hoping it was the original actress, but I was very, very, very hesitant to believe that. And now I've confirmed it is a different actress playing Holly. I didn't know if you knew that, Dad, but Yeah, it's
I'll
a
tell
different
you what,
actress.
I thought the kid looked a lot like her, so I just took it as if it was her. But
Yeah.
I appreciate you telling me that. I did not realize that.
Mhm.
I thought, guys, speaking of new characters, Linda Hamilton, guys, hopefully you all know this. She was in the original The Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
Give us her
my.
character.
She's Dr. K.
Oh, you're talking about female Brenner. Gave her the same haircut and everything.
Dad, that's funny. I thought that was Beverly D'Angelo from National Lampoons. I thought that was her.
She looks a lot like Beverly
my
D'Angelo,
God.
but that's Linda Hamilton. Go back, do yourself some justice here, or we'll do her some justice. Go back and look at the Terminator, and I mean, she was a pretty Mike's Minx. She was a pretty lady back in the day, guys. Time has really been kind of rough on poor old Linda, but man,
of course she stole old Modine's wig.
God,
I will tell you this, Linda.
I will say she took a beating and she was fine. Hopper about threw her across the room.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Griffin, guys, she can act. And Griffin, go in and take a look at the shape she was in back in the day. She was on all these fitness magazines. She was in really good shape back in the day, guys. And let's face it, she can act. I think she was married to James Cameron at one time.
James, man, I'm gonna stand up for the female Brenner. I thought that old Dr. K was doing pretty fine for looking like a 60-year-old woman. Like, come on, man. But I mean, I thought I thought the scenes with her were pretty dang good, man. I mean,
she's powerful actress, no doubt.
Oh my God, she killed it, man.
She's easy to dislike too. She's got some of that umbrage characteristic or something, and maybe I don't know if it's just like a big bitch in charge or something kind of dynamic. Like that's part of it.
That's her character.
Rude,
that's what they want her to be.
Well, I think umbrage was a hell of a lot worse than her. She was,
yeah. But like I'm getting that same kind of, I guess, dynamic where you just want to, you hate this bitch, you hate her. Yeah. And maybe she's not all for bad yet. I guess we don't really know their motives entirely, but the military has not been cool this whole entire series so far.
No.
I wanted to hop into another surface level tangent that Mike can maybe run on. What are you thinking about Hop's look this season?
Hop. Yeah,
what are you thinking about his look?
Is he pulling Yeah, go on.
No, go ahead, Griff.
Oh, I was just going to say, is he doing the Russell Crowe? Are we going to shit on Hop because he's got a beard now? He doesn't look good enough?
Guys, Austin's begging me to do this, and I'm going to do it. I think he looks like hell. I mean,
me too, man. I agree.
He looks awful. He looks like he's been on a binger for a while. I mean, he looks like a drunken buffoon in some of the scenes, and he looks so thin, and now he's put on all this weight again. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Here you've got Elle out there running the obstacle course to get in shape and get all her powers and, kind of get a game plan for Vecna down the road. Why don't you get your fat ass out there and start running too? You look awful.
Maybe we need to see what your times are.
Yeah.
I will say, I think we got some vintage Hop in a few scenes, just whooping ass and kind of letting them know.
Now, I will say this, guys. When he goes in with that detonating device, and I'm like, oh man, we're gonna, you all know I love him as a character. It's like, oh, we're gonna lose Hop. Yeah. And then when he came back, when he opened up the door, I was hoping for Back in Black. I was waiting for that, just to hear Back in Black from AC/DC. It's kind of like, yeah, here he comes. I was so excited for it. It was just great.
I didn't think we were getting it. It was, I guess maybe it's just understanding the full length of this season. It's like, there's no way in hell that Hopper dies right here in this moment. It's not happening right here. There's no shot. It's going to be something else. What's, kind of terrible. There's been a lot of great little kind of twists this season so far, with the Max reveal, the 8 Kali reveal, which we were very critical of that.
I was about to say,
Will at the end.
Were you about to die, Austin, when Kali showed up? Were you like, oh my God? Because you remember, Dad, when you were talking about, and was it season 2 when she showed up? You were kind of critical of that moment, that episode, and you're like, she's never shown up again.
That episode still sucks cock. It makes it a lot better knowing that she's come back now, of course, and she actually had a purpose.
Said the same thing. I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to eat my words on this. And I'm also going to be eating words with poor old Will. We find out, we'll talk more about that. But, man, Will gets redeemed.
I interrupted you,
I was
Austin.
so proud of that young man.
Go on.
Yeah, the thing is like, in being online, I didn't have things entirely ruined for me by any means, but there's so many fan theories that I was hearing even before this season came out, people talking about 8. I expected it. It to come. I knew I knew that it was Max. I saw like a picture of Max online and I was like, oh, I guarantee this person that's reaching out, and it was girl handwriting too. So I was like immediately like, oh, that wasn't Henry that wrote that note. That was Max. Max is in here somehow. Knew that one was coming, guessed it. Knew 8 was about to be behind that wall. And then, I probably saw an image of Will as well, like with his eyes turned in, and it's like, oh,
well,
this motherfucker.
Austin's having, keep in mind, everybody, Austin's having to do some of the research in advance here, so that makes sense. Did you expect to see our man Scott Clark? Did you have that one going on in your head, Austin?
Well,
what about Scott Clark return to form, baby?
Maybe
it was really brief. It was brief. I was wanting more of him. Like we always say, we love that guy.
Well, unfortunately, that's probably going to be like his one like token scene just to get that day one character in there, which I did really love seeing him again. I like to know that Erica's in there as well. And it was funny how they, further illustrated her nerdiness. She's the only one. She's Hermione Grangering it. Only one raising her hand. He doesn't want to call on her. He wants to get someone else involved. So it was good to see him again. What role will he play? Like, it would be pretty sick if he somehow just, had a moment. Another person or character that might or is going to find a way into this season is Susie. I don't know how, but it's going to be this wrap up where every character that's meant anything to the show, it feels like they're going to have some kind of appearance. I mean, goddamn, they gave Will Byers powers, so maybe Papa is still goddamn alive. Maybe Eddie Munson's still out there. This shit could happen. Nothing's off the table at this point.
Instead of Max, I thought that might have been Munson. I thought that was going to be Eddie, cool. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be crazy.
We saw Vecna resurrect some Demogorgons that had been torched. So resurrecting can happen. It's not fully off the table. This show they're good. They're good. Even though like you can see some of these twists coming, these were all very good things in the setup. The amount of time, Will Byers has not been for shit. This whole show, basically, he's just been they even say it, put that boy in bubble wrap.
Hopper they did it.
That.
Yeah, I was about to say,
actually
they got him. They smoked him.
The boy in the plastic bubble. They got his ass. So
supposedly, Austin, I read something where when the cast was doing their read, when they were reading along that Will gets powers, they all started applauding and basically just going crazy for the character. Like, thank God this kid finally gets something.
I literally had like tears.
Yeah,
I was so excited.
I did too.
Legitimate, just joyful tears. Just like it was so sick, and then he snapped him, man. Oh my God!
Crack it.
He's been wanting it so long for this guy. He's the underdog. He's been beaten down so much. That poor goddamn dog, yeller ass Will, man.
When Mike tells him, "Hey, dude, you are somewhat of a sorcerer," I was like, I started getting that tear in my eye going, oh, man, that means something. That means something. We're going to get
Robin
out
unlocking him, man?
Yeah.
I think this is really good how they're doing that, too, because, I always speak as someone who is not homosexual, but getting that kind of why do you make those faces?
Just sometimes the way you say things, I'm like, what the hell is he doing, man? What's he
it's like, I am not gay, so I can only imagine what it's like to be closeted and to have someone who can be that kind of, what the hell's the goddamn word for it? Someone you look up to. It's just not.
Role model?
Yeah, it can be a role model in a way and kind of tell you, this is, I had my own personal burdens with it and issues with it, but it took accepting myself. And that's what unlocks the guy and kind of sends him into the power. So
I thought the same thing, Austin.
he's going to come into a new from here.
Well,
There's still going to be that growing pain, I think, but he's going to come into a new set of shoes.
Well, like you said, I think that Robin has done phenomenally well. I think when even in that first episode, when they let her go on the squawk and you got to see her little rundown, she was dynamic. She was dynamite.
Friggin' killed that scene.
Yeah,
Let's hop into chapter 1 here. So the crawl, because that ties right into it. And when that scene happened, when it showed, giving Steve and Robin these just really sick, like high school jobs in a way, they've had the Scoops Ahoy, they've had the family video. Now they're on the squawk, the radio, and it's just awesome. They're just in there tearing it up, rocking Robin rolling. And, they give us a lot of just kind of understanding of what's been happening here.
The town's on quarantine.
Whole on quarantine. I guess it's been 18 months since the big event. Military is inbound. The quarantine element, I was I don't know if I want to say I was concerned about, but I was like, I wonder how this is going to look. But I think I'm digging it. I'm working with it. It makes a lot of sense.
I liked it.
And just because they're kind of confined to this area. And, in last season where we had our whole team in so many different places, everyone's locked into Hawkins. Yeah. This is the battleground. This is where it's happening. And I'd say the Upside Down is a more accessible place in this one. I mean, the goddamn military has a whole base operation set up in the Upside Down here.
Well, for me, just even seeing how the Demogorgons were kind of, what do they say, flipping? He flipped. Like, I thought that was so cool. I don't recall, maybe I was missing it. I don't recall in previous seasons how they could just tear a little void themselves and hop through.
Well, here you go, Griff. When Vecna did the whole, trying to split Hawkins and break the divide, that's what happened. Is the boundary is just much smaller. There's not enough, or there's not as much, I guess, maybe energy or like power needed to break through the dimensions anymore. It's been weakened, so they can do that. And it makes them very dangerous too. Some of the moves they pulled off in that last scene, just like, they can pop through a portal and just get you from behind just like that, man. Like almost unstoppable.
What? Just a quick detour. What about Steve saying, I think I can break right through? And bang, just rocking on that thing and bang. I thought that was so sick, man. Steve is one of the best characters in this show.
Theme.
Yeah, it has been.
Poor old Dustin drills a hole through his roof. The look on his face, like, that's my baby you're drilling a hole through. But, it's kind of like, again, this quarantine, and that's why I brought it up, is, hey, who at this point, anything goes. Hey, I'm on a show. Who gives a shit? Who's even listening? I'm going to say whatever. I'm going to do whatever. These kids they're running a little bit rogue because they have nothing to lose. They all know what's at stake here. No one else really does. So I love that dynamic. Again,
I feel like everyone has more of an idea than they ever have, though.
Well, they do.
Even the military, like I don't know. There's no secrets about this place now. They are fully trying to figure it out. I don't know. That's why I say I don't know what Kay's motive is either. Are they trying to defeat Vecna and end this? Are they kind of on the same team there? Or do they think Elle is still dangerous? But because they got Kali for some reason, are they trying to use her against it? Were they trying to get Elle and Kali to go against Vecna? I don't know. Those questions still need to be answered.
Well, let me say this. If it is, Austin, it sure doesn't look like it because they've got Kali. They've got her tied up, Yeah. I mean,
when they have this kryptonite technology that's...
Yeah. Guys, they're
the kryptonite.
As always, the military they're barking up the wrong tree. They think they don't realize how bad this Vecna character is. I think, well, they do now. They do now. So, after this fourth chapter, if they don't know by now, they're a lost ball in high weeds. I can tell you that.
Yes, sir. Let me rattle off some of the crawl, chapter 1, just some of the events and things that happened in this first one here. So we start off with that flashback, the first 5 minutes that we were given early as well with Will Byers and the Upside Down. I guess it was about 6 days after he was initially taken. And they Neville Longbottom his ass. That scene, where he gets caught with the backpack, how Neville does in the first Harry Potter Sorcerer's Stone when he flies off on the broom. They Neville Longbottom got his ass. So I was like, God, they're really just is Will going to be the sack again? Is it going to be a whole season of Will's sack? But that, and then Holly, the establishment of Holly was huge. Like, she's becoming a big character. You get that intro kind of montage of the Wheeler's house. The Byers are staying there now. WSQK, Squawk, Robin and Steve kicking ass. The Quarantine, angsty Dustin Henderson. Let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit. It's not his best showing so far, and that's clearly on purpose. He's having to do another Harry Potter reference here. After the fourth one, Goblet of Fire, Order of Phoenix, Harry is very angsty following the death of Robert Pattinson, Cedric Diggory, and that kind of whole event, saying that, Voldemort's back and no one's believing him. That's not necessarily a storyline, but that angsty kind of follow-up to a very big death that's obviously hurting him, and he's having trouble at school. I mean, goddamn, those jocks rip his tits out when they get his shirt, man. It's like he was walking around with his shirt with his goddamn titty out the whole episode, and he's still wearing it. And he got his
he took a beating in that.
This has been a very violent season.
Yeah.
This has been the most violent season already. Some of the deaths that they've shown us, just even the scratches. I don't remember anyone getting scratched by a Demogorgon before. In this, in the second episode, The Vanishing of Will Byers, or Holly Wheeler, yes, which is obviously a direct tie to The Vanishing of Will Byers in terms of the titling of it. Mm-hmm. Karen and Ted, man. I thought it might have been a bit of a cop-out that they're both still alive. They're just going to let them live, maybe. I thought Ted was certainly dead.
Well, we haven't seen Ted since. No, I'll say this. No one gave a damn about Ted. I mean, they didn't care at all. I thought that was actually kind of maybe poorly done in the episode, because I was like, guys, you kind of glazed over the fact that he's in there too. Like that, shoot, Nancy and Mike didn't give anything about him, man.
No, they didn't. And I agree. That's something that I absolutely had written down as well. What else we got in this first one?
Well, let me say this, guys. Do we think Karen put up a good fight? I mean, again, the women characters, and especially the moms, the Karens, the Joyce, man, you see strong women, in which I really liked, in that it's the mama bear and
out sideways.
And she, there you go, Austin. And I loved it. I loved that Karen was like, this can go down. And she cracked that wine bottle. And I think Nancy, was it Nancy that refers to it? She hit him with the wine bottle.
No, it was Elle.
Was it? Okay, it was Elle.
With her wine.
With her wine. I mean,
her wine.
She fought like a wildcat. And I was really proud of her. So, yeah, didn't want to glaze over that, but man, she was fighting for her kids. So really proud of her. Ted just took an ass whooping. I think maybe that's why they didn't show him.
He
Ted was like, "Hey, I got my hands
party."
Up.
I will say, because Nancy establishes that they kind of kept Karen and Ted in the dark. How is Ted so calm when he sees this 8-foot-tall, otherworldly beast in his home? He really didn't have much of a reaction. I mean, the guy kind of
had one, has he?
Griffin, the dude is like coked up and doped up. I've never seen a guy he's so lethargic.
Well, I was just I was
just a lazy boy.
I was like, I'd have been and he's just like,
yeah,
he went in there for action. He did, but he didn't do much.
No,
kind of like his son Mike. Not much in a fight.
No, he's not much.
But what an insane scene that was. That's one of the best scenes of this first half so far. We'll move in. The last big thing in chapter 1 is just the establishment of the crawl, what they've been doing all these months. They've been looking for Vecna in the Upside Down. He's been, I guess, in hiding. They can't find him. He's been behind his his wall. And we know Holly's talking to this Mr. What's-It, which, turns out to be Henry. We don't get that yet. We get that at the end of the vanishing of Holly Wheeler. Which was another just...
It was pretty easy to put those pieces together, right? Though, I mean, that was your likely suspect, right?
I thought it might somehow be, hell, maybe that was Eddie, there's someone there that's trying, and I didn't think that in the moment, but I was like, maybe there is some kind of weird, benevolent spirit that's in here fighting for us too, and I didn't know what that might be.
Well, you can't count it out with Stranger Things. I mean, they'll go a million different directions. They take chances, and so I hear you. I had a feeling it was going to end up being old Henry, otherwise known as One.
Yeah. Otherwise known as One. The other big ones in the vanishing of Holly Wheeler, I guess, this one was a pretty quick one. The first episodes are always really big in a new season of Stranger Things because there's so much tone setting and catching you up with where everyone's at. We haven't touched on Elle wearing her brand from the Goonies outfit while training. It's literally the same exact fit.
Good call.
There's a lot of Goonies references.
There's a lot of parallels too. I mean, maybe it's a silly one, but Holly walking through that forest was incredibly Red Riding Hood. I mean, did y'all get
thought
that?
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I got Red Riding Hood. I got Lord of the Rings too. More on brand, and also her blue dress, Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah,
and she's kind of in Wonderland in a way, or however you want to look at it.
Very true. And I want to kind of circle back. I realized I missed a little bit. I want to circle back to talking about Dustin. I'll say this because I was kind of trying to feel that out because, sometimes the angsty character just doesn't play super well, and that does get really annoying and tired. Maybe I just like Dustin a lot, but I actually do think by the end of episode 4, he hasn't lost any space at all. I mean, I think he does it really well myself. And I mean, he's already back in action. He's got a damn bloody nose and he's directing, reading the radio waves. He's ready to rock. So
he's still genius child.
Yeah,
he has one of those moments. What was it? What was I got it written down. I said genius child somewhere. Dustin goes genius child. Maybe we'll get around to it. But he does that shit all the time, man. He just deduces and gets smart. Maybe it was when he was strapping that thing on the top of Steve's Beamer. Yeah. Maybe that's what it was. What else? So I'm trying to move on from the vanishing of Holly Wheeler, but I feel like there's something big that needs to go on here. I guess just that Elle and Hopper are connected in the upside down.
Yeah.
That ends up happening because Holly gets taken. Well, that's the big thing. Yeah. Holly gets taken in this one. There's the big fight. There's the kids trying to figure out who's this Mr. What's-It. I guess Robin and Will kind of connect for the first time in this one.
Yes.
When they don't listen to Joyce and go out and do their own plan, which is nice. Will is just... He's been the bubble wrap boy for so long, man. We needed him to step out on his own and do something. And maybe it comes at the coaxing of Robin, but still, it was good to see him get out there and be a part of the team, man. They just been locking this fucker down for so long.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I think it's nice that we're seeing Joyce is kind of realizing where she needs to let up a little bit too, because stakes are high right now. And I mean, I think that she can just see how serious Will is when he's saying, "Hey, I'm okay. I'm not a little boy. I can figure this out." And I think that allows him to do what he does in that last episode. Question I have is episode 2 where we see Hop and Elle fighting behind that big billboard. Is that
that's
episode
in 3,
2 or 3?
guys?
Okay, I'll just say in advance that's maybe one of the best scenes in my opinion of this 5th season. I loved that scene where we get to see Hop firing through the holes in the wall, and next thing you know, we see Elle take it over.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
That's a big
stuff.
old gate. Yeah, that I like that you called that out. That's not one that obviously it happened, but it wasn't one that I honed in on or keyed in on. What was it that just put you in that? Was it just seeing
just seeing Hop take over. I mean, odds are against him. You see that whole military personnel turn on him and start firing. Hop just handles it smooth as can be, shoots that first guy through the hole, and next thing you know, he's got to reload and ends up blowing up that little kryptonite siren, whatever the hell thing, soundwave maker that thing was. And next thing you know, Elle's right there just rocking, knocking people left and right. And then, of course, we get our main guy so that we can start getting some info out of him. And that's another great scene where we see Elle kind of mind freak that guy,
Yeah,
Acres. His name is
hollering.
Acres.
That's it.
She
Yeah.
gets that hollering in on him.
Yeah.
God,
It is
man.
these
Yeah,
parallels.
guys,
are crazy,
I
man.
think
They
Griffin
are.
said it. It's like I thought that was really cool just to see because there's so much. Hey, you can't go with me. I want you to be safe. Finally, Hops, realized that. Hey, why not let this kid in? And I call it a tag team. They tag team these guys. When Hop has those grenades and he drops those pins out and he flips it
That
up
was
over his
awesome.
head, I went, "Oh, let's go, boy!" And
You
then
probably should have looked where he was throwing them. What if those didn't make it over?
But again, it's Hop, man. He knows what's going on. Something that's really cool since
Maybe
we got
it'll
on
help
this
lift him over.
was when Hop is talking to Akers and he says, "Hey, dude, I know you're special forces. I know you've been trained to do this. You wouldn't be in this upside down unless you were." And he says, I saw you boys when I was in the military. And then I kind of took it as if, like Griffin said, you saw Hop, just spring into action. Hop's kind of a badass himself, guys. There's more to Hop than what meets the eye. Is maybe he was a little bit more of a badass than we think, because man, he put a hurting on those so-called special forces guys.
I don't know if we ever questioned his badassery. We just I don't know if I was digging his look this season. That's
no. He's gone Russell Crowe on us, Austin. I had some notes, but I thought you two would tear me up if I started picking on his physical appearance.
The thing is, though, they've kind of done that to Hop a few different times. Like, I feel like season 3 in particular was a big, like, what's going on right now? I remember thinking that from the very jump. And I don't know why why are they presenting him in this way? Like, is it intentional? Is it the actor saying, "Hey, I want a damn beard," or what the hell do you think it is?
Griffin, I think a lot of this is think about it, dude. You're in this quarantine. I mean, you're basically on, what did Austin say, 18
Yeah, what
months?
did you do during COVID, Griff?
Yeah, I mean, Griffin,
too.
shoot, you looked like Grizzly Adams during all that. You looked horrible. Heck, I think I even grew a little bit of a beard at that time. So guys, I mean, they're kind of, they're kind of looking at, I mean, they have to be looking like the world is coming to an end. I'm just going to go out and I've got to do my thing. And they're not worried about their physical appearance. Obviously
they give everyone different looks to some degree. I mean, I think Mike and Will have both taken massive leaps forward in terms of their looks, their haircut.
They look a lot
got rid of
better.
Those goddamn awful haircuts.
Well, it was funny when Will even acknowledged, bowl cuts aren't very cool anymore, are they? They're kind of out of style. Oh, that was funny.
Exactly.
Guys, we get 2 great lines from this.
Their boy Lucas up though.
This chapter, chapter 3.
What was up with that, man?
Let me give you 2 of them. How about our boy Murray coming through with 2 of the best lines of so-called the he calls Dustin Bilbo Baggins. I laughed my ass off. He goes, "Okay, Bilbo Baggins," and I was like, "Oh my God, he called that cat Bilbo Baggins," because he kind of does look like Bilbo Baggins.
That actor's a little dude, isn't he? I noticed
he's a little cat.
When they were walking through the hallway, I was like, "Oh damn, that's a little."
All the kids, the other ones turned into Slendermen. Like those guys are tall. Like those are big.
Yeah,
guys.
they're pretty tall dudes.
They're probably every bit of 6'2", and he's probably about 5'4".
Yeah, he's a little cat, man.
And guys, how about Murray handing off to Jonathan Coltrane and says, "Dude, play this for your girl," and he follows up in this chapter and says, "Dude, have you finally played Coltrane for Nancy? Tell me how it." I mean, basically, it's like, "Hey, man, tell me how it went. Hope it went well," And Jonathan gives him that Jonathan look. No.
I really enjoy.
He's lost
his mojo, man.
Well, he never had too much mojo to begin with. I mean, Steve is just kind of rocking on him, but. I mean,
that's a whole dynamic we haven't.
Yeah, I like that too. That those 2 are they're competing for Nancy's affection.
I do think it's funny. I do think it's funny how Murray kind of, we're not seeing anything about Murray's own love life, but that guy's got suggestions and plays for days, doesn't he? I think he's kind of one of those. He's one of those. Oh, I
He
can't
thinks
even
about
think.
it a lot, but
He's one of
not
those
doing anything.
vicarious cats. He likes living through you. He's
yeah.
vicarious for sure, man.
He's
thought about
definitely
that
trying to
plan.
help Jonathan out. I mean, I've got to say that he is definitely looking out for Jonathan. Coltrane would be a good choice. Let's just face it.
Yeah.
But I
There
thought
you
those
go.
were two big ones that I did not want to miss from this.
Yes, sir. Chapter 3, the Turnbow Trap. We the big one in here is we understand where Henry's going next. You know, he's coming after Derek Turnbow, who is an awesome character. He's Eric Cartman from South Park in every bit and form. Just a foul-mouthed little, fat middle, or like, what do you want to call him? Elementary schooler. I don't even know if he's middle school yet. He probably is middle school, but
I'd say he's middle school.
yeah, maybe. Well, maybe not though. Holly's pretty young. They might be elementary school.
He's 12 years old, guys.
Okay, well, if he's 12, that's middle school.
Yes,
but that guy kicks ass, and the Erica gets her one kind of big scene in it when she's a part of this trap and giving them the pie, and that line she has when Tina will not eat the goddamn pie, and she ends up eat your damn pie, and
doink
right in the net.
Doink.
Got her good.
That's
and then
good.
of course,
Boing,
Holly.
what's your thing that bing pow?
Bing pow, got her.
So that and Holly the Heroic's journey through the woods, whatever you want to call it, Red Riding Hood, and we eventually find Max, which Max we have not talked about much this season, and Max is a character that I've never really loved too much. Haven't disliked her, but she's just been one of the other kids that I like as part of the group, but I've never individually taken to entirely, in any way more than just that, really. And in this one, I think this is the best stuff we've ever had from Max. I think that story is really kind of cool. It's what's going on, her being in this mind palace prison of Vecna's, and music got a big highlight. We already mentioned music as, something that is at the core of this series throughout, but I don't know if they've ever made it so thematically important. They did last season with Kate Bush, of course, and then, the Eddie Munson scene. But then again, they're really committing to that and saying, this music is going to be her way home. So that's kind of cool that music is a very prominent theme in this, and it's going to be her saving grace. They made a point to really talk about music as a way to bring you back. And I thought that was just a really kind of cool way. It's they're actually making a statement about music here more so than just it being part of the show in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a great point.
Yeah. How about that, Austin? We're actually speechless. We agree with everything you're saying. So
I think that's a great point. I mean,
very cool.
And I think it was really cool, like you said, kind of just seeing. Again, I had no idea that she was going to show up in that little dream world that Holly was in. I had no idea. I thought it was really cool to just kind of see her trajectory and are all of these people that we're getting, I guess, of all these people that Vecna was taking over, raising up in the air, were all of those people taken to that hospital scene, that rainbow room? Is that what was happening to all of these people? And she just somehow was saved at the last second. So now she actually has some option to get out if she's lucky enough. Is that what it is?
I don't know if the kids that got snapped are moving around in this. I think they're gone.
They're gone.
I think what it is, what we're seeing is not actually what's going on. I think all these people that have been taken, aside from Max, though, that's where it's kind of a little weird how her consciousness is there. Maybe it was it wasn't purposeful. The way Will getting his powers from Vecna taking him was not purposeful. Very Harry Potter-like in Voldemort, that connection that they've kind of gone, and you're having scenes just like it too, where he's seeing through the vision in the Demogorgon. That's a big thing as he's kind of coming into his powers. But I guess with this dream world, I think these kids are hooked up to the pipes and they're getting fed the goo right now, but it's all in the mind. I think they're imprisoned right now. They're what Will was basically.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's going on, aside from, Max, of course. And I don't know what the significance of the 12 kids is. You
Mm.
know that 1 who is Vecna and 11, 1 plus 11 equals 12. I don't know if there's any kind of significance to that. I mean, those are just little like fan theories that I haven't read into, but I've seen people talk about the significance of the numbering, something to do with 8. I don't know if there's like a combination in there as well or whatever it may be, but because I think there's a possibility that Vecna, they might give him like the Vader arc. They might have him turn good. There might be like the Mind Flayer actually is the bad guy who's been manipulating Vecna this whole time. Where did all this start?
Vecna seemed pretty bad when he was talking to Will about, hey, I'm going to take over all these kids' brains. They're
yes,
weak.
Sir. Yes,
so did Vader, though.
Yeah.
Talk about violent.
Pretty damn bad too.
Talk about violent scenes. What about when Vecna runs his hand through that dude's head?
Exactly. That's what another one of those like very much. Oh, this season's really making it. One of the Demogorgons just stomps someone's fucking head off.
Yeah.
Like at the very beginning of that, there's a lot of that stuff. Like I said, even just the scratches on Mrs. Wheeler, like across her throat, that's not shit that we've really been seeing in this.
No.
Not in the same way. It has been a gory, violent season.
They're
very
pushing buttons.
Guys, let's not forget one of the, Austin talked about it in one of the last couple of podcasts, just the violence, and you can't keep up with it all because it's just so much action. But this one, when they set that Demogorgon up where he falls through the floor, and yes, and you just see, and I made a note of it. I said, this was one hell of a fight. Love this. And everyone there, Lucas, Jonathan, Nancy, all of them, they got in a punch. I mean, everybody got, I kept going, they got theirs. Because everyone was in on this fight. And I mean, these kids know it's do or die. And they put an ass hurting on this Demogorgon. And
they're experienced,
these kids know what's up, man. I thought that was one hell of a scene. I
thought they let Lucas do a little too much running around in the house by himself. It's like, dude, that Demogorgon would have got him. Like, I know they had some traps in place, but he did a lot of like scrambling where they were like, Lucas, do your thing, man.
Lucas got a little foot speed now, Austin. I don't know, man. He's got some foot speed.
He was moving. He did all right. I mean, he's still here. He's working. Aside from that,
but you did, in chapter 1, you saw where what's his name, guys? Andy starts taking, going at Dustin, and you see immediately Lucas stand up for him, and I thought, yep, here we go. That's just showing that Lucas has earned a lot of respect being, the basketball stud and that. So, to your point, Austin, the Demogorgon would have got him, but I kind of like it. That
I did get worried about that too. And the Demogorgon is hopping out and, doing
that's
that
what I mean.
thing.
They left him scrambling for a bit. He pulled it off, but man, he was in danger. They really tested it there.
Yeah. Chapter 4, the Sorcerer. Come on, guys. Let's talk about that.
Chapter 4, the Sorcerer. Where do you want to start, Mike? I mean, this is where we get most of the dialogue.
What's the funniest line in it?
Well, I mean, calling on a lot here, Mike.
Hey, suck my fat one.
You like that?
I couldn't believe that. I rewound it. My daughter was watching it I rewound. I said, Riley, did he really just say that?
What's that from? Do you know? Could you tell me what's that from?
I don't know. It
just came to me. I hadn't thought about it before.
What was it, Austin? Tell me, because I thought it was the baseball. The kids.
Stand by me. I think Gordy Chance says, "Suck my fat one."
That is exactly where it was from. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was thinking it was the baseball movie, the kids' baseball movie, The Sandlot, but that wasn't. Yeah.
That's
guys.
funny.
I mean, there's so many. You all keep saying
the whole Dick line. I love Dick.
Yeah,
Dick. I love
they're definitely pushing it a bit. Yeah, they're pushing it.
Griffin. Tries to get on me saying that Lucas had something nasty under his bed. Stranger Things wouldn't go there. They wouldn't go there.
Yeah, they will. Apparently so.
They went there.
The Great Escape, you all know that's my dude, Steve McQueen. If you haven't seen that one, maybe that's one we need to review sometimes, guys. But I thought that was a great scene where Robin was talking about, what was it? Dick, Tom, Dick, and Harry. And I thought that was kind of cool. And I didn't think they needed to say she likes, so-and-so. I didn't think they needed to do that. Yeah, I was like,
I guess the joke is that she does not. I think that's kind of the joke.
Yeah, and I mean, even she
and Will and Mike, do they look at each other?
Yeah, they definitely look, and you can see she's kind of like, oh God,
well,
I just said
Byers
that.
too, or Joyce Byers, like even
Joyce is so great. I love
like
Joyce, man. Yeah. Joyce rocks.
Her flux capacitor.
Yeah, that was great.
Great Scott. I was like, that's funny. Yeah, that was really it. They're tying in so many different references and
those caves that they're moving through with all the different paths. That's very Goonies, like those tunnels, and then they start banging on the pipes. Like
Goonies. You're right.
Exactly
you're
like
right.
it.
Well, there's so many. I said there's so many Harry Potter references. Voldemort, this, that. You go, oh my Lord. I mean, what's gonna happen? I was making a joke going, man, I hope they have a resurrection stone for Eddie. Because, I mean, I think if they could bring that cat back, that would – it couldn't get any better for me to have Eddie back in this. But I think, Eddie's gone.
Here's a Harry Potter reference for you. It's written in blood. They wrote on his grave in blood with, I guess, some kind of rabbit or something.
That was a snake, wasn't it?
Snake.
Oh,
it was that snake. That
Yeah.
corn snake.
It's written in blood.
Yeah, I will say, I thought that, and this is just a stupid little thing, but if those kids were so set on kind of, I guess, I can't think of a great word, but basically messing with that grave or that tombstone, they would have, that's the word, if they were so set on desecrating it, they would have done a hell of a lot worse than just writing on it. That thing was pristine. Aside from having that blood on it or whatever, those kids would have done some wacky
You think they would have
stuff.
dug his ass up or something?
I think they'd have beat on it with some bats or something. I think that thing would have been busted to hell.
Took a shit on it?
Or they would have painted or something,
Well, you saw that Dustin was bringing lacquer
Dustin's
remover.
face on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dustin, I mean, give him some props. I mean, those dudes came at him and they whooped him good, but he got a punch or two in.
It was 3 versus 1.
Bit.
Yeah, he was never going to win it, but he did. He got his slugs in. He did it. He did all right.
He got his slugs in for sure.
He sure did.
Right.
Yeah, so the sorcerer here, Max and Holly, this is when we really get the Henry's prison understanding. We get that all that dialogue. And she goes back to 1959, a very important scene here because we see Joyce Byers. On that play docket, I think you see like Jim Hopper, you see Henry Creel, you see a name that is like Bob Newby's sister. There's like a Newby name on there. There's all kinds of different names on this.
Funny.
So what, I don't know if there's going to be some kind of origin story with Henry and Victor Creel because I think there's a whole story about how he got powers. I think he just was born with them. There was something that gave them to him. And I think from him, that's how 11 got her powers. I don't know if it's like blood transfusions, things like that were given to Elle's mom when she was a baby. Like there's a lot of shit going on. We're going to hear a lot about it. Like we're going to hear the origin of the Upside Down in the next, probably part 2, probably. So there's a lot of answers that we're still waiting on here, it's going to be exciting, man.
I think you're going to see a whole background on Brenner. I think you're going to see why he chose one. Yeah, I think you're right, Austin. I really do. I've been seeing some things as well about how Brenner, how he gets involved in all this. So it's going to get, hey guys, this has hit the mark. I mean, look how excited the 3 of us are.
It's been awesome.
Oh gosh.
I mean, the brothers here, they're writing the acting. I cannot say enough. I mean, we got, again, new characters, the music. I mean, as I said in the very beginning, this is just kick ass most of the time. And let's face it, most time, Game of Thrones, you could start with that one. Man, it was such a letdown. You were watching going, oh, this isn't what I wanted. So many of them, Sopranos, this, that you really get into these series. And the last one is just, I always call it
it's not over yet. They are.
No, I think they're going to hit the mark, man. I really
they're
do.
smoking right now.
Having Will snapping those Demogorgon's bones. Oh man, Austin.
I was excited.
I was sitting over there like this, dude. I'm sitting over like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I was.
I was just kind of taken aback, like, and it was so good because you're seeing Lucas, you're seeing Mike, you're seeing Robin kind of in this.
They were all
peril.
done. They were done.
There was nothing they could do, and I think it's so powerful when you see Mike kind of open his eyes and that Demogorgon is just suspended in air, just pulsating as he's holding it. And then the next one comes and he grabs that one. Then he grabs the next one. You're like, oh my God, he's doing it all.
Oh man. And I didn't know what he was going to do with them. And then when the Henry Creel snapped him, it was like, whoa, Will is like that. Yeah, this is what we've been waiting on.
I mean, I had on my notes, I've got Will the Wise.
Oh, yeah.
Snaps their ass.
Will the Wise. That was him.
Will the Wise, man. And you know what? That goes all back to just the confidence builder. I think Austin nailed it when he talked about, the discussion with Robin, the discussion with Mike, the seeing Robin just kind of, hey, I don't care what people think. I'm getting my kiss in with my girl here. Just seeing that, I think is just, it loosened him up. It's lightened his world up. He sees that there's
man. It's what
he needed that. It's like, come on, man. Nobody cares. Do your thing there.
All he had to do was come out of the closet and the guy can start snapping people telekinetically.
Yes.
There it is.
That's all it is.
Freaking awesome.
Well, and I want to ask you guys, did you guys have a hunch that he was going to be able to stop the Demogorgons that way?
No. I did not.
I myself
did. I knew he was going to do something.
I myself did. I had a weird hunch because, like, when that one was coming for his mom and he was seeing through its eyes and the thing kept backing up all scared, I was like, dude, he's going to be able to influence what these things do. He's going to be able to take over and stop them or control them. There was
something more to that tapping into the hive mind.
Yeah, and when Mike said it, when Mike was like, dude, I bet you could do that, I was like, yeah, that's it. It's going to happen.
Griffin, now I will say when I heard that from Mike and then I started seeing that he was seeing that, I went, but at season 5, chapter 1, no, I did not. Make that.
Here's a question, and I apologize. I might have just missed it. At the end of the episode, where are Steve, Nancy, Dustin, and Jonathan? Where are they at? Are they still just in the Upside Down trying to get the hell out? We don't really see
I think they're waiting in limbo because Hopper and Elle were doing their mission. So they're deciding whether or not they want to do anything or not. And I don't know what else we got there.
Because they had to get their car out. Yeah, I feel like we didn't get any sort of playback at the end of that episode to show what the hell they were into, but I guess not a whole lot.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the big thing. Yeah, man. You think we get into our character, or what was your favorite episode, guys? Let's do that. I think we start moving.
Episode 4, man.
Austin. There's no doubt it's episode 4. We get to see that Vecna's a beast. I mean, he is a beast.
Well, they said that entrance was like Vader. That was their influence.
When it became real to me, and Griffin's already said it, is when he just extended his fingers and went right through that soldier's face.
He came out firing, man. He had been waiting. Yes. He got in his bag. He got on Ozempic. He's all thinned up now. He's nice and fit. He's changed his build. He's no longer the Grinch with that little front belly. He is ready to rock. He just is a bit scarier looking. And
I like the new design, the updated design.
Guys, let me read you this. He says in that line, the children are weak in body and mind, easily broken, easily shaped and controlled. The perfect vessel, and you broke so easily. You showed me my way was possible. And then I couldn't stand it. I said, Will then grows a pair. And it's like, man.
Why did Vecna leave, though?
Austin.
He must have thought he had it in the bag, bro.
It's the old Austin Powers. It's hey, I mean, it is, dude.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, you're gonna die. I'm walking away.
You just don't get it.
You just don't get it, Scott. I could walk right up to him and shoot him. We could be finished with this.
Get it.
But no, you want to walk away. Yeah, I got a gun.
I'll go in there and blow his brains out. Boom.
Yeah.
But what about Vecna pulling those grenade pins too? Like there were just some awesome uses of his powers.
Well, did we see?
He was on fire.
I don't even know what the hell that general, who like the main general we had seen
from last season.
Yeah, I don't know what before K. They got his ass on fire. That guy's cooked, literally and figuratively, right? He's done, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that guy got
Griffin. There's no doubt he's not coming back.
Yeah, he's done.
He's scorched earth.
So it's Sorcerer. That's the best episode of this first half.
No doubt.
Man, that moment might have been the best moment in Stranger Things.
Yeah, I mean,
so much that has gone into that character and the turnaround and what we've been waiting on. It's like, why do we have this guy? We were talking about putting the guy goddamn down.
Yeah,
like, this guy is nothing but a nuisance almost.
Austin, you nailed it. It's my God, we've been waiting for this. I mean, a 60-year-old man with tears running down his eyes. I was so excited for this. Not only Will, I was excited for the actor. I'm like, dude, you finally get to show your chops.
Yeah.
And he does, man. And the kid comes through. And let's face it. I mean, from season 1 to season 5, I mean, that's a good-looking kid now in season 5. I mean, he's a handsome young man. It's like, finally, dude, you got rid of the bowl haircut. He even mentions it, as you all said. And he's a nice-looking kid. I think this kid is finally going to get his reckoning. Come on, man. Oh, no doubt. I mean, this was by far the best that I think that the 5 seasons. I think this scene with him, I mean, snap, crackle, pop. I thought Vecna was awesome. I mean, there's no way you can beat this chapter. I mean,
and everyone's
guys,
just firing on all cylinders. You get the suspense of shoot, is Hop even going to make it out after he cracks K? I mean, that's a great scene in itself. He gets to knock her head off, but then you see him go in with those explosives attached to him, and he comes out and he gets to show Elle the way. I mean, everything's just going the way you want it to.
There's a line that tells you who's going to be behind that door. They said, why would you risk her for the other one? Kay says that earlier on before you see it. And it's like, okay, it's absolutely.
I did not catch that.
I didn't catch it either. My question is this. So we see Will snap, crackle, pop our Demogorgons. Awesome. Does it the same way our man Henry's been doing it. We see the blood coming out of his nose. So is it because he has that part of Henry inside of him that he's like accessing that power? What is it? Is that what it is? It's just that he's accessing it through.
Give him the Harry Potter reference.
It was the Horcrux, man. It rubbed off on him, and he did something that he did not quite intend when that happened. He built this connection between them, but in the same way, he's allowed him to tap into what makes him powerful in those strengths. So in a way, he's created his arch nemesis the same way Voldemort did with Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Exactly. Let's get into favorite characters, guys. We're running up on an hour here. I think it's appropriate, but
let's not take it too long. I don't think there's no need. Man, I mean, my favorite characters, I think Robin was just so good. I was loving Robin. She's so funny.
Everyone was good this season.
Everyone was great.
No doubt.
Everyone was awesome. And I'll give Steve some of his roses too. Even when he's talking about, do we need to go bring flowers for Nancy, and I don't know. Steve's just so damn cool, man.
Well, I like that. That's one of his best moments because I actually think Steve hasn't done a ton this season yet.
He hasn't but He's just so
but
cool, man. I just love Steve.
Well, his heart is absolutely in the right place, and he genuinely cares about Nancy. There's even like a question, like, is he actually even? I think he is. I think it's pretty clear that he is trying to still be with Nancy, but I don't know. At the same time, there's like maybe just a really like he's just a good friend to her too, and actually genuinely cares about her. And I like that he kind of shuts Jonathan up. It's like, man, maybe if you'd stop, get out of your fucking head so much, you'll actually be there for her and be a good boyfriend, dude. Like all I'm trying to do is be a good friend to her.
Quit being
stupid.
Didn't he call him a pothead? Quit being such a pothead or something.
Yeah, he did. You've just been a mopey stoner since you've come back.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah. Oh, where the fuck's Argyle? Are we gonna see
I was wondering.
He's coming.
Man. I would love to see Argyle back. But you're right. I mean, like, I called out Robin. I called out Steve just because I love him so much. But us, I mean, you're right. Everybody has their spot. Everybody's doing their thing. We're getting some great Joyce moments. We're getting some classic Hop. Elle is still kicking ass when she's not getting kryptonited, so like everybody's on. I'm just ready to see where it goes. Even our girl, oh God, I'm drawing a damn blank. Max,
Ollie?
Max is going in there and doing her part, sneaking across I and Holly with a damn telescope, figuring out how to get her back on the good side and back into safety. I mean, even when she's in this world, we don't even understand yet. It's like, what the hell, man? This is
Shira.
You go on. You got it.
Yeah, the sheer amount of options that I have written down, like the two of the names that you said, I'm perfectly fine with, are not on my list that I have right here. My favorite, I'm giving it to him, man. It's Will the goddamn Wise. He deserves it. He hasn't been up for bid for favorite character ever. And if he's not getting it now, he's not fucking getting it. So I'm giving it to Will the Wise. I got to give an honorable mention to Max, who I said I haven't been huge on. I think Max did some of her best stuff here. I love the addition of Holly. Maybe you can talk about her as a six-man. I think you got to mention Vader. You got to mention Vecna, man. Vecna went hard, and they've been jawsing him a bit. They didn't show him until episode 4.
Yeah,
but that come out.
Well, and those I think
God roll out the red carpet.
I know the Demogorgons aren't like maybe actual characters, but man, they've been really, really vital to this season, of course. And like I think the presentation of them is pretty dang cool. I think they look really good on screen, truthfully, and they're really playing that off well. What about you, Pops? Or did you have any more, Austin?
No, those are my end for favorite. I'll hold the rest for six man, which also has just a ton of options.
Vecna. Vecna is the dude.
All right, Mike.
I mean, Austin, I love it you said that because that was so powerful. I mean, if you didn't sit up in your seat when that cat came strolling out, I mean, he had that pimp walk like, yes, sir.
Yeah, he did. His balls were hanging to the floor.
Oh, man.
Hanging way past your knees.
Yeah.
Lottie Dottie, big balls over there, rolled up to rock.
He was, man, that dude. He was dragging him, man. I mean, that cat, I loved him. I'm going to say this, and I said it earlier. I always do. The moms, I loved the mama bears. I loved Karen, how she fought. She fought like a tigress. Joyce.
Tigress.
No one is jumping in front of her. No one's coming after her kids. Joyce is a damn beast.
She about tore Robin's head off.
Man, I loved it. And again,
funny.
I think I wanted to say Will the Wise, but Austin already nailed it. I mean, the guy deserved it. Thank God he's finally starting to pick up as a character. So those are mine, guys.
Six man or woman.
You want me to kick it off? How about Derek?
He's making his damn face.
Derek.
Dipshit Derek. Delightful Derek.
Delightful Derek. I like delightful Derek.
Dude, when he goes into the military base and starts just cult leadering these kids, it was awesome. It's smacking
You could tell that actor, that little actor, you could tell he had some chops. I thought that really gave him his card.
And he has like one other actor credit ever. He's been in like a commercial.
Kid did great.
And then a very small thing, like, yeah, dude, the kid is like still going to school and playing football. His Wikipedia page says like he plays football and he's a Bears fan. Like it is that fresh and new. There's not shit on this cat.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what, guys? We need to say more for the direction of this. The directors are kicking ass because these young people, everyone they put in, everyone, we like them. We like all of them. And my other six-man, guys, was Murray. I love his character. And then Austin, when he did the jacket, my daughter and I were like, there it is. There's Austin's jacket. I mean, we were so excited. I paused it. I wrote it down. I wrote everything on his jacket. It was
Kiss my jolly ass.
Yes, the guy is great. Who did you guys have? Griff, who'd you have six-man?
Man, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to even pick a six-man just because like everyone feels pretty crucial and pretty up front. I mean,
Tom, Dick, and Harry?
I think you could give it up to Derek's dad. I thought he was pretty dang funny on the screen for the few moments he was on. Oh my God.
Shit, I can't even remember what he did.
I thought he was funny. He was getting drugged by the benzos in that high, and he just kind of got
Mommy's little helper. Yeah.
And he got all tripped out. And
they're looking like, what is he saying? And that was a good scene.
I just thought that was funny. I actually really liked his mom too. Like I thought they had a funny little family dynamic, and it was kind of overplayed, but it was funny. So like, and I really think that he would actually qualify as a six-man because I mean, shoot, it's not saying anything wrong with your pick, Dad, but even Murray, it's like, can you really say Murray's a six-man at this point? But
I would. I mean, like, man, it's just like Murray has not done a ton this season. I've got Derek down. He's still a six-man. He's not one of the core people. He's become one, but he's a role player and he's proven himself. Maybe he'll be a starter soon. But Derek's one. Holly is probably one as well. She's done great in her new stuff. Got to throw in America Erica as an option, in what she's done, and we're gonna get more from her. Mr. Clark, just because he's one of my favorite six-man that we can get.
Awesome.
But my number one six-man, Garen Wheeler. I think she was my six-man.
Okay.
To start this series off, season 1, episodes 1 through 4, our very first episode, I think she was my six-man too then. I'm going to give it to her here as well in the beginning of this first season. Karen stepping up to the plate there and, finally doing something more than just being kind of the drunk wife who doesn't like her husband. And they haven't I don't know, these have been like plot lines that slowly kind of developed. I don't feel like she was always drinking wine. I don't feel like she always hated Ted so much. And I think Ted was, they started making Ted a little more despicable in the later seasons, like that he was very negligent and it was a bad thing. They started honing in on that a bit more, that he wasn't doing his job because Billy was getting in there, right? So that rift.
Billy was in there.
I mean, but I almost see it more as like, I almost see it a little more as just like, I don't want to say like normal marital issues, but it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but like the reason why she was having second thoughts on Billy's because she saw Ted and Holly sleeping downstairs and just chilling
she's a mom at heart.
I mean, like, and I think Ted, I mean, I still think he's funny. It's like, is that an option to kick these kids out there? He barely gets any bacon, Like, I don't know.
He's mad as hell.
That's a great scene too. That is a great scene when we start off and Holly's going breakfast and everyone's waking up and we're seeing the crew assemble. That stuff's good. But I mean, Karen's a great choice. I think her character's awesome. I wouldn't call her a drunk. I mean, I think she drinks some wine, but.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're trying to push that housewife, wine drinking, mom. They were pushing that narrative a bit more in the latter seasons, I think. Sad sack, guys. Who is it?
Akers.
I think Akers. I think it's that guy who was trying to tell Kay, hey, isn't this a bit negligent? And she kind of just smacks his ass, and then he gets damn Vecna's claw through his head. I think that was a sad sack for the century right there.
You may have me on that one. I just thought Akers, not only did he take an ass whooping and then get his brain, mind you know what, but by L, then he gets back, and then I think Hop takes care of him in the lab, just works him over in that military unit. So
sad. Here's the sad sack of the season, or the season so far. I already know it. It's that Poindexter on his computer and the upside down. L moves his little coffee cup. Yeah, and they use his card. His card doesn't even work. Hop goes, "Who's got access?" "I don't know." "Oh, you don't know?" Crack him in the head, throw him in a locker, and let the other guy shoot him. So, I mean, that's a sad sack.
Oh, God, yes, there it is.
That's a sad sack right there.
Austin, what did you have?
Yeah, you guys are missing. You guys are missing some more prominent ones. You got some good deep picks here, but Ted is a sack. His kids don't give a fuck about him, and he just got sliced in half.
Sorry, Ted.
You're forgetting Dustin. This kid is on. He is on heavy sack alert. Dustin's been a sack. So, I mean, look at the guy. He's angsty as can be. He got his ass cracked. He's Rocky Balboa now, too.
And he lied about it, too. He couldn't even tell his boys.
There's like a voice on the ground. He starts squirming away. It's like, God, they're just working his ass over. But you know what? You know who's my number one sad sack?
This ought to be good.
It's Jonathan.
It's
Jonathan. He's not.
Jonathan.
They're not. The thing is, they did this twice. They had a scene with Mike and Elle talking about their happy ending. Got a feeling that's not going to happen. And they also,
I thought that was a great scene. I love that scene.
But I think they're setting it up for it not to happen. It's the happy ending that they're setting up for it only to not be able to happen, kind of thing. And the same thing is going into Jonathan and Nancy. I'm right on this, Griff. The same thing's going in with Jonathan and Nancy here.
I get that.
Oh, we got these plans for the future. We're getting engaged. Guess what? It's not happening. Jonathan's probably cooked. When we got that ring.
I think that's
not going to work.
I think that's more fair. I really enjoyed the Elle and Mike scene myself. And
I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying, like, it's the they're trying to set this up, and it's the way it happens in all kinds of media. Maybe it be books, whatever. Why are you making these faces?
I don't agree.
I don't know why.
I don't agree.
Hey, Griffin.
I just don't agree.
They set it up for it
Griffin,
to only.
You're going to be
so tragic
shit.
that it can't happen.
Come on.
It's this tragic ending that they're not going to be able to get because it's foreshadowing.
Fine.
It's setting it up.
I think that's an awesome interpretation. I didn't get that myself. I do think that I just don't know how Nancy ends up though. Like, I don't see her ending up with Steve. I don't think people would love that much. I don't know what happens. Jonathan, like you said, I think that's a perfect sack pick because the dude's like incapable of making a good move most of the time. It's just like, I don't know. He hasn't had a grasp on that since the time
it started. Just about
he hasn't had a grasp on that since it started. Not even close to one. So like,
that's his character though, guys. He's just an awkward cat. I mean, you got to call it what it is. The dude's an awkward cat. And maybe that's what Nancy likes about him. Maybe it's just he's not smooth like Steve. Steve's smooth. I mean, Griffin, as I was saying, you might have to eat shit. Think about all the things that I've done on this, from season 1 to season 5. I didn't like Steve at all. I was making fun of him, going, "How can he be the heartthrob?" Now he's one of my favorites in the whole show. I love that guy. We didn't like Murray, and look at us now. I mean, we don't want anything to happen to poor old Murray. It's just the way it is. I think there's not going to be a real happy ending to this. There can't be.
Well, they're going to have to do something. They've already kind of copped out not killing Karen or Ted. Maybe Ted ends up dying. Max hasn't died either. They keep doing these people. Like, someone's got to go to jail.
Someone's got to go to jail.
I think there is 100% chance that either Steve or Jonathan dies. It's one or the other of them. one of them's going to die. That's my Kreskin
moment.
That's my Kreskin moment.
Wow.
There's a 50-50 shot on which one it is, but 100% chance one of them's dying.
Whoa.
And it's going to have to do something on Nancy because there's this dynamic.
Be honest right now. Is this because you're seeing things like some foreshadowed media?
No. I had the foreshadowed media I've seen has not been too crazy like that. Like, I'm not. That's fine.
I'm just trying to make sure because you're saying this very confidently, and I feel like that's a little bit of a shot in the dark.
There's too much of it that they're setting up right now. Like there's two guys that are at the crux of this entire show have both had interest in Nancy throughout it. I don't think Nancy's dying. That doesn't make any sense to me. But one of the guys is going to do something heroic for Nancy and die, and it's going to. Maybe it's going to put Jonathan in the right way.
I think it'd be
Steve
Jonathan
dies for them.
If it were anyone.
Like maybe Steve dies for Jonathan to finally, grab his nuts and really, kind of, I don't know, step up to the plate and be a better boyfriend. Maybe it's Jonathan, making a sacrifice for them. And in that case, though, I don't know. It kind of would seem off for Steve to get with Nancy if Jonathan died, but it makes a lot more sense if Steve dies for Jonathan to be with Nancy.
Oh,
so like there's something going on there. Let's get into our themes and things. We're running long.
Dude, I was about to say, man, do we really need to? Like, we're almost at an hour 20, man. That's a long time.
Austin, why don't you run through yours?
We got to
just run through yours, Austin.
It's getting really long.
Go ahead.
Knock it out.
We've done longer. Music.
No, we haven't.
We have music. Valium. So. Mommy's Little Helper. Griff, we've done an hour.
When have we done that?
Griff, let it go and let's move on.
Let it.
What a fuck face.
God.
You were I'm the one who's sending you the videos, you
were 45 minutes late.
Well, get more Google Drive space if you're so goddamn worried, fucker.
No,
all right, Valium, Mommy's Little Helper, Derek's Mom, Pipes, Tunnels, Goonies, Radio Shack. We get a mention of old Bob's old Radio Shack. Vecna's Squelches. He's always just making these wet fucking noises when he moves around, man. Vessels. Will the Wise, Quarantine, Steve's Beamer, Squawk Radio, and Kryptonite.
Got to get that Kryptonite in.
Don't know if I saw any cigarettes in this one. Maybe I just wasn't looking.
I don't remember cigarettes in this one.
Okay, excellent. Joyce was smoking a cig. Joyce was smoking that cig, and Will had to go. I thought you quit.
Yeah.
So you got some cigs.
Good for them. Good for them. Anything you guys want to add?
No, sir, but this guys, let's say this. Again, we are not being let down. Stranger Things is kicking ass. The writers, the producers, these actors, actresses, these kids, I mean, they are phenomenal. I mean, cannot wait to see what's happening. Look how excited we are. I mean, we're talking about who's going to bite it. I mean, that's how excited we are about this. Hopefully none of them do.
Someone's got to go to jail.
Someone's got to go to jail. You know it too. I mean, I've got my picks, but I'm going to wait till the next one we get to watch. What's that, Austin? December 25th? December the 25th. Correct. December the 25th. Can't wait.
31st for the last one, which will be in theaters.
Oh, wow.
God, that's insane. We may have to go, guys.
May have to. I feel like we got to go.
Well, I hope it's
Griffin,
I hope it's in there for just one. Yeah. I hope it's there for longer than just one day, though, because I'm not going to be able to make it that first day. I got a wedding on New Year's Eve. So.
Oh, man. I bet that you already know they'll want to make the money. They'll have more.
Griffin, we're going to be somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll see it in damn Florida. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Hey, all I got to say.
No, guys, I just want to say, hey, more to come. Can't wait. Sad Sacks are killing it. Proud of the boys. Had one heck of a Thanksgiving. We're ready to keep going. Looking forward to Christmas time with these boys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sad Sacks, Purple Podcast, rocking Robin, you could say. Stranger Things Season 5. To this point, it is going exactly the way you want it to go. We're having a great time. I loved watching these episodes. I can't wait for the next batch. I think this series has done a lot for a lot of people. And man, we're just having so much fun. We are enjoying the hell out of it, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. Kudos to all of the actors and actresses involved, the producers, every single person, because they are making a really, really, really awesome product that I think a lot of people are going to stand behind for a long time. And I'll say the same thing about the Purple Podcast, because we know what we're doing, and we are only going up. So take it away, Oz.
Right. Damn right. It is Sad Sack Sunday currently today. Welcome to Dairy episode 5 is out today. This will be coming out on Wednesday, December the 3rd is when it'll come out. We'll also then have Dairy coming out Sunday after this. And then on Wednesday, we're going to start in on some Christmas movies, and it's going to be Griffin's Pick. I don't think we have that yet, but we got time to figure that out, and we can announce it on the next Dairy episode. But Dairy's tonight, and fuck, man, it's going to be exciting. I feel spoiled with all the great content and like media that I've been consuming. I mentioned that Pluribus Apple TV show. I'm watching Stranger Things, the new season. Welcome to Dairy is maybe turning a corner. We had a lot more fun with the last episode. So, man, we're getting some good shit, and I cannot complain. Right in time for Christmas time. So, yeah, guys, other than that, if you've listened all the way through, as always, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Keep on listening. Keep on spreading the word. Purple Podcast is doing nothing but moving forward and up in this world. One day you'll see us on the moon. Don't you forget it. Guys, thank you once again. Love you. We'll be talking to you soon. And bye-bye.